A landmark nuclear agreement between the United States and Saudi Arabia may be back on the table, but there's one condition that could reshape the Middle East. According to reports, the Donald Trump administration is exploring a civilian nuclear cooperation deal with Saudi Arabia. However, unlike previous negotiations, Washington is reportedly tying the agreement to a major diplomatic goal: Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accords and formally recognizing Israel. The Abraham Accords, first brokered during Trump's previous presidency, normalized relations between Israel and several Arab nations, including the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco, and Sudan. The accords were hailed as a historic breakthrough, but one country remained the biggest prize: Saudi Arabia. As the region's largest Arab economy and the custodian of Islam's two holiest sites, Saudi Arabia's recognition of Israel would fundamentally alter Middle Eastern geopolitics. So why does Riyadh want a nuclear deal? Saudi Arabia says it wants to develop civilian nuclear energy to diversify its economy beyond oil and meet rising energy demands under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 plan. The kingdom insists its nuclear ambitions are peaceful and aimed at producing electricity and supporting future economic growth. But the United States has long been cautious. Washington wants strict safeguards to ensure Saudi Arabia cannot use civilian nuclear technology to eventually develop nuclear weapons. American lawmakers have also raised concerns about uranium enrichment and spent fuel reprocessing, two technologies that could potentially be used for military purposes. That is where the Abraham Accords enter the picture. By linking nuclear cooperation to normalization with Israel, the Trump administration is attempting to achieve two strategic objectives at once: deepening America's partnership with Saudi Arabia while expanding regional peace between Israel and Arab states. However, the path is anything but straightforward. Saudi Arabia has repeatedly maintained that any normalization with Israel must include meaningful progress toward a Palestinian state. The ongoing conflict in Gaza has made that position even more politically sensitive, both domestically and across the Arab world. For Israel, Saudi recognition would be a diplomatic triumph. For Washington, it would strengthen its regional influence while countering rivals such as Iran and China, both of whom have expanded their footprint in the Middle East in recent years. The proposed nuclear deal, therefore, is about much more than energy. It sits at the intersection of diplomacy, security, regional alliances, and great power competition. If Washington and Riyadh can overcome the remaining hurdles, the agreement could become one of the most consequential diplomatic breakthroughs in the Middle East in years. But if the conditions prove too difficult to meet, the deal and the dream of Saudi-Israel normalization could remain just out of reach.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.